out for a wild camp to some woodlands that aren't too far away from where I live. Trouble is the snow drifts are that deep. As you see behind me, they're a good, like, some of them are 8 foot tall, and it's taking a lot longer to get in than what was originally expected. I apologise if there's any wind noise. How is everybody? You all okay? This is the snowstorm that they like to call the beast from the east, I believe. They like to put a name to everything, even the slightest bit of rain. Everything's got a name to it nowadays. So it's pretty severe. It's just usually quite a well walked path. Oh, so I got to get out, haven't I? Of course I had. Especially in this, it'd be crazy not to try and, well, not to do a wild camp. A bit of stealth wild camp, as the usual. So no fires, minimal torch and lighting. 4x4 tarp. I brought that for extra coverage, so I'm going to get in with that. I'm using the DD Frontline XL hammock. That's the one with the bug netting and it's hooped. I always like that. Sounds crazy, but because it's got the netting over the top, it does cut down like well, not cut down, it actually does seem to keep it a little bit warmer, the immediate air around you anyway. So that's what I'll be doing. I brought myself some tea to do. I got the choice of either the Trangia Triangle, as always, that's always in my pack, or I've got the Bush Box XL to use. Let's just see how it goes. I think they've forecast some more snow, so yeah, it's all good. This is an overnighter. It'd be crazy not to do an overnighter in this. So some would say different, but no, you've got to get out while it's like this. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, in my last video I was caught bad, wasn't I? I was in the forest and I got like I think it's like a 24-hour sickness bug. Been going around at work and it certainly got the better of me on the latter part of my video. So yeah, I'm glad I put it up. I wasn't going to originally post that, but I thought I may as well show it for what it is and what can happen and how things can turn so quickly. Anyway, all's good now. Tummy's a lot better, thank you. Yeah. Back onto this camp, this overnighter. So it's so beautiful. The only problem is, I don't know whether you can see, I'm leaving tracks and it's not snowing at the moment. So my whereabouts are totally given away. And this is a private woodland. Now the last thing I want to do is give my whereabouts away. What I'm going to do is, as I get closer to camp, to where I'm going to camp, I might have to drag a branch behind me and try and cover over some of these footprints. We'll see. There's some deer tracks here. Nobody else has been in here at all. I think what I might do is get into like the thick of the woods itself, off the trails, and actually go through all the brambles. I'd rather that than give my exact whereabouts away. It's about -3, -2, -3 at the moment. They have forecast some more snow tonight, so I'll be looking forward to that. And I'll get the tarp up and the hammock, and then I'll put the sides into shelter as much as I can. I'll put the tarp low down to the hammock as low as possible, and that's it. Keep out the wind as much as I can. Or if it does snow like it says that it's forecast later, I'm not going to have any ingress of snow drifting from underneath up onto and soaking me inside in my hammock. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Great stuff in it. Like I said, I hope everybody's okay. And you got to think about the homeless people in the winter, let alone in these conditions. It's a terrible thing. But anyway, let's make my way in, and I've got to pick a spot really. I might go into one of my regular spots. You probably recognise it if you've watched any of my other videos, which I appreciate it if you have, but you might recognise the spot. You should do when I get there. Anyway, let's get in. That's it. So what I do is, where I've got to cross main trails, I'll just brush across like that with some deadfall to cover my tracks. See? Just cover as much as I can. So here we are at last, and the place is pretty much untouched. It's untouched by human. There's been no human dwelling here. Nobody passed through. The only thing that's passed through is some muntjac deer, telling by the tracks. I'm sinking in the snow as I'm trying to walk around. Yeah, this is in my... I've camped here a few times in my earlier videos. All I've got to do now is unpack my stuff and get my hammock up and get a drink on. Taut line hitch. That's the 4x4 tarp set up. That's the front of it. That's the way I'm going to face in. It's to those trees that way. Well, it's very sheltered, and I've got the back of the tarp down, which is facing into the wind, so obviously it's stopping anything blowing in. I cleared the ground here where I've cleared it. I've bunched it up, built it up towards the edge of the tarp that way, the way the wind's blowing. Built it up slightly. It's very sheltered here now, there's nothing blowing through, and come the night I'll probably drop the tarp down right to the ground there, so there'll be no chance of anything blowing through, any wind blowing through or snow. Same applies to this side. I've just lifted this up for now so I can look out into that loveliness. So all I've really got to do now is put the hammock up. As you can see, the 4x4, I've got tons of cover, tons of shelter from all the elements. I mean, if it came to the worst for the night and there were like snow, it was snowing really bad as such, I can bring these two corners in together. Today, because I'm a little bit later coming in, I've run the ridge line through the centre of the tarp, through the loops that travel down the centre, and I've put the end loops through, the paracord through the end loops, and all I've done is put a cheap carabiner on the end there, and done to my done to a Prussic knot with some Dyneema cord. I haven't used, you've seen me in the past where I've used live wood as toggles, but today for quickness I've just used the carabiners. The wind's getting up. I've checked all round for any widowmakers. There aren't any. I'm all clear here. You've seen the front, this is the back, this is the way the wind's chopping in through the woods this way. So that's down to the ground, and the other side I've lifted it up, as you've seen. So it's all good. So all I've got to do now is put the hammock in there and get myself a cup of tea going, or whatever I fancy to drink. Cup of tea. There is a wall there, like an ancient boundary, an old boundary to the place. But obviously, being so old, hundreds of years old, a lot of the walls come down and it's just blowing through. So I'll drop that down, I'll bring it in and through the night to the ground more or less, and push a bit of snow up against it as well. And I'll put the other lines to strengthen it, secure it more so as well. And basically I'll just enclose myself inside here. That's my view, and that's lovely. I don't mind that at all. But I can't recommend these enough, they're great, the XLs. And when I get in there, the hoops don't pull in or anything like that, it all levels out. It only looks like that because that lantern's in there and it's just pulling the bug netting down, see, with its weight. And when I get in there, it'll just level out like that, and it'll all be away from my face, and it won't pull in round my body either, because they are a large hammock. There you go, that's side view in. This is essential, and it really is valuable to you while you're out camping. Saves you getting out your tent, out your hammock, into the cold or into the wet, or both, into the snow. The pee bottle, that is worth its weight in gold, I tell you, that is. So I say they also come with like a, I may as well say, hadn't I? They come with like a female adapter as well. For you ladies out there, you can tell I've been caught out so many nights. I've just got cosy, or I've just nodded off to sleep, and I've been lay there in the tent or in the hammock, and it's like, oh no, I've got to get out. Oh no, and we all know how awful it is having to get out and do the business. Put your shoes on and whatever. Go out, do the business, and then get back into your tent or your hammock. So one of those is is a must, really.
I suppose you could always use like your average water bottle, like your Carrymore or your Nalgene bottle. The proper job's only like about a £5, that medical bottle itself. While I'm waiting for the water to boil, I may as well show you around the woodlands a bit, hadn't I? Would you like that? Cool.
360 time again. Just how beautiful is that? So I just got to get out today after the beast from the east, especially. Got to take on the beast, haven't we? So I don't know whether we'll get any more snow this year, so I've got to grab the opportunity and get out and do an overnighter. I was just going to do a day camp, but nah, snow. You've got to do an overnighter in it, haven't you? Excuse me being a bit wobbly. I'm sinking in snow as I'm turning around on the spot. There you go, I'd say that's a 360. The camp's just behind me. See these holly bushes here? It's just in there. I'd say I don't think it's gone much above say -2 today. There's been no thawing at all whatsoever, so, and with the wind chill factor as well, it's brought it right down. It's probably on the equivalent of say about -6 out here, I'd say, with the wind chill. We'll have to see if I can be seen at all from this side, because over this side, this is where like the landowner, there's like a vehicle access down here, the trail, and there's you can tell there's been plenty of tractors through here and what have you, agricultural machinery been through here, because the tracks that are left. So let's have a look, see if I can be seen or it's pretty well hidden. So they'd see from over there, they'd see this. So I'm in there, somewhere in there. Let's go from another angle, yeah? The trail being right over that way. Right over that way. There's no way I'm going to be seen. No, there. There's no way you're going to be. That's going to be seen. I'm going to be seen. I'll flip the camera around and we'll walk in towards. There you go. Look. I'm in there, and the water's boiling already, I think. Yeah. There's no chance of being seen, is there? In amongst the holly bushes. I would walk in through that way, but I'd disturb all the holly bushes and the way the branches lie naturally. So I wouldn't want to ruin that coverage in any way. So what I'll do is I'll go the long way around rather than disturb the way it's being covered naturally. So I haven't got to worry about covering my tracks around here. So I'm right off the footpaths. I'll make my way around. Whoops. Oh, I'm so glad I got out. I presume some of you have got out or you've been out. Hope so. Hope you're enjoying it. You're all safe and well. I'd say thanks to my subs, and wishing you all the very best, as I always do. As I always do. Yeah. And I get some great comments off you. I love replying. Such lovely people. I need to get round there because that my water's boiling. I don't want it to boil away. I'll have none left in the cup. There we go. It's been a good few hours since I've had any liquids. I think that's just about ready. Yep, that's okay. That's ready, and I'm ready. Myself coffee in there. Oh, that's lovely. God. Oh, let's get those hands warm. I might as well tell you what rucksack I'm using, what I've used today. It's the Ray Mears leaf cutter pack. I've had it probably 4 years. About 4 years I've had it. I've probably used it about 3 times over those years. It's a good pack. I don't know the exact capacity of it. I think it's 60 or 70 litres looking at it. But it's all right. It's quite costly. It's one of those things where I was lying in bed at night surfing through the internet, and I went on Woodlaw and that, and compulsive buy basically. I just clicked it. But I think you can get much better rucksacks for the same amount of money that I paid for this. Obviously you pay for the name, don't you, being Ray Mears. But anyway, I'll show you over it. It's not saying it's a bad pack or anything. It's the Ray Mears Leaf Cutter Bushcraft pack by Scottish Mountain Gear. Is that focusing? Well, I usually buy military stuff, old military gear, because you get a lot more for your money, and obviously this was like a compulsive buy, but it's very good. Nice large rocket pouches on the side, not removable. They don't zip or anything, it's just straight in them. You got the grommets for drainage at the bottom. I've heard this say before. They're just like, I presume, like a steel. I don't know whether they're not coated or anything. Being like that, I don't know whether they'd rust. A lot of packs usually have these. These are coated, aren't they? They're like black. And you've got the nice big pouch on the front here. That's what I like best about it. It's got a huge pouch on the front. But overall, it is a decent pack. So I'd say it's about 60-70 litres. It cinches in round the top here. So this is just not a review or anything. I'll just show you the pack itself. It's not framed. It's not framed. Oh, it is framed. Sorry. So I've only used it 2 or 3 times in the 5 years that I've had it. It is a frame pack. Yeah, I feel the frame in there, and it is removable. I think. Yeah. There you go. It is removable. But it's ideal for an overnighter. I can use the LK35, but I thought, you know, I paid that money for this, all that money for it. I may as well get some use out of it. Usual stuff. Nice padded straps on it. You can fully adjust. Waist belt, that's fine. That's all good. And a nice padded back on here as well. It's not deep. It's decent. Just where I put the ground sheet in the back here. Very similar to your Shani Bergen, I suppose, really. But it's fine. You haven't got much in like Molly. Well, you haven't got anything, as in for like Molly. Not that I bother with Molly myself. Ooh, yeah, I don't bother with Molly. But yeah, you haven't got anything where you can fasten on or strap down. As far as like fitting a roll mat on here, let's have a look. You're pretty limited. I suppose what you do is put all your main stuff within here, put all your gear inside, and then you put your roll mat on top, fasten down over the top of your roll mat like that, so it sits across through here like that. But yeah, it's alright. Take the worst pack I've got, I tell you. It's okay. I better have my coffee, hadn't I? It's been
No let up with the wind today at all. I haven't had any snow as of yet. I think they forecast some about 12 o'clock. So I look forward to that. If it's not going to be snow, obviously it's going to be rain. So that'll be nice. I can be lie in the hammock, nice and toasty warm, and listen to the pitter patter of the raindrops or the snowfall. I haven't seen any people or heard any people. A lot of it's blocked off because a lot of people wouldn't bother walking in here, or the way I've come in, because the snow drifts are that high, like 7 or 8 foot. Some of the drifts are. A lot of people, it's like a deterrent, which is good. Anyway, let's have a look, see what I've got for my tea. I'll be doing this when when the light starts dropping a lot more. I'll have this like last thing as late as I can do, really. I don't want to be doing it by a flashlight, by a head torch or anything to give myself away, to draw any attention to myself. So when the light starts diminishing, then I'll start cooking and have something, and then I'll get into the hammock and all will be good. I'll have my calories then, won't I? What I've got is chicken tikka masala, tinned. Obviously it's processed and everything else, but as I've said before in my videos, I don't care particularly, I'm not that fussy about what I eat while I'm outdoors, as long as I'm getting the calorie content, and I'll certainly be getting it with this. I know it's tin, it's quite heavy and bulky, but I didn't have that far to walk in, really. Probably a few miles, but it wasn't that bad. It took me longer than expected, but anyway, that's what I've got. And to go with that, this is like your microwave stuff, or boil in the bag. Whole grain, wild and red rice. All I'll do is I won't boil it separately. All I'll do is just put it in with the curry itself, and it'll hydrate and it'll cook within the curry itself. So I'll just chuck the rice in with it and just stir it round and get it down my neck. So that's my calories for tonight. I was due to be going to my girlfriend's this weekend. I was going to come out and do like a day camp, have a bit of a recce somewhere else that I'd found on Google Earth, but as it turned out, this weather being like this and the snow and everything, I'm not going to be able to travel far, and I thought, well, because I'm not going to be able to go and see Karen, unfortunately, I thought, well, I may as well come on a wild camp in the local woodland that I know so well. Camped here so many times before. I thought I may as well do it, rather than just sitting in front of the telly, you know, and watching the rubbish that's on there. Oh my goodness. So I may as well come out here and enjoy good old Mother Nature and have a nice coffee and talk to you guys. Yeah, the wind's picking up now. Wow, they're really rocking now. But there's hardly any, it doesn't look like, but there's hardly any breeze at all in here. It's really sheltered. And later on, like I say, I'm going to bring everything down. I'm going to pin it all down. Unless it like eases off, which I don't think it will. I think this is like set. It's been constant all day. I think it'll be set for tonight, this evening as well, and throughout the night. And if it's forecast snow as well, the snow's going to be circulating up round, and I don't want any of that drifting up underneath the tarp and soaking me or anything. So I'll just bring it all down. Oh yes, something I've got to tell you, right? You think this is rubbish, but I swear this is true, right? You know my last video, previous video, where I fell sick, ill in the woods, right? I was genuinely ill in the woods, right? Okay? I'd packed everything up and I'd just put the camera down, right? Okay, I just put the camera down to stop filming, and I heard like what sounded like a galloping of horses, and all of a sudden, straight up the middle of the woodland, right, straight up the middle of the woodland, I got this deer coming straight towards me. It's not only that, it's an albino deer as well. It's like as white as the snow here. It was bombing straight towards me. It was honest, it was only, I don't know, I could actually see its tongue hanging out. You know, I've obviously been running for quite a while. And I was like, ah, froze on the spot. I've been throwing up and everything else, being sick, I had been. So I was like, oh, what? Am I hallucinating? Anyway, this deer was running. I could see its gorgeous antlers and everything. I could see the glistening in its eyes. It was that close. It came straight towards me. It saw me and it bombed. It turned, bombed off to, what was it? Its left. The reason why it was running towards me was that there was an Alsatian behind it. I mean, being a forest and that, okay, fair enough. It's not going to be on the lead all the while, but I suppose these deer and everything else are going to get, you know, it's going to be a commonplace. But anyway, my goodness, that's the closest I've ever been to a deer myself. It got to be how many meters away? About 20 meters away, if that. Beautiful, beautiful creature, majestical, and being like the albino one as well. It was just like, honest, I just froze on the spot. It was like, I think I said, I'm sure I said, wow. I went, how corny is that? I went, wow. It's like, oh, if only I got the camera on me, but that is the truth. I swear down, that really happened. It's so amazing to see. I suppose that being albino, it's more prone to being seen, being spotted by dogs or humans as such. It works against, you know, it's blending in the background, isn't it? Because being white like that, it's going to stand out like a sore thumb. It's a shame, really. Such a gorgeous creature. I still can't get over it now. But anyway, that was on the last camp. That coffee's going cold and I'm rambling on. Ice cold coffee. God, that went cold quick. Right, I'm proper starving, so I'm going to do some food now while there's still adequate light. It looks plenty lighter than what it really is actually on the camera for some reason. So I'll just put the stuff in here, put my curry in. Give me MSR pot. Make sure I get it all. Smells good. Like that. I'll add the rice in a bit. Make sure this doesn't burn. I don't want any burnt curry, do I? I don't want it getting bad again. Oh no. No. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, it wasn't at the time. Okay, stick my rice in. Let's try this then. Very tasty. Very, 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 very tasty. God, I've got a good appetite anyway, but the outdoors. That tastes amazing. Funny, isn't it? If I was in the house at home or whatever, I was eating this, I'd be just like in front of the telly, but out here it tastes delicious. Alright. Well, that's me fed. Nice and full. That was nice, that was. Really enjoyed it. And I got nothing to do now other than chill and just rest and listen to the birds and the wind blowing through the trees. And just wait for nightfall, for dusk. I look forward to a night in the hammock. It's been a good while. I think the last time I was in my hammock, I did it overnight. It was either summer or spring of last year. So I've mainly been ground dwelling since. Yeah, I look forward to a good night's sleep in the hammock. I always seem to sleep best in a hammock rather than ground dwelling. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's amazing how much the 4x4, how much more coverage you get than like the 3x3, especially from the wind and that. You can bring it right down. I haven't brought it right down to the ground, but it's not far off. There's no wind chopping through here. It's all happy days. I'm just gonna sit back here, relax and listen to the birds then. The wind's really picking up now. It's got a lot worse. But I've got into the Jura 2, which is bliss. And I'm in the hammock, as you can see, all snug. It's getting pretty cold out there, so I decided to get in here for a bit. Since I'm not going to have a fire or anything. It's all snug and good. Loving it, just lying here. But I didn't forecast such severe winds at all. I just checked the forecast as well and said it was really windy but not this severe. Mind you, I think it sounds worse in a woodland because it's blowing through the canopy and blew through the trees. It howls, doesn't it? So it's definitely can you hear that? It's definitely picking up. But I'm all lovely and warm in here. Oh, it's toasty warm in this. I've got my lantern on. You see, like, you can see behind me that the light is starting to go slowly. And what I'll do is a bit later on, I'll get out and I might get out and have a look round. Or I might not, or I might just call it a night and go to sleep. Certainly blowing a gale here. Luckily there's no widowmakers above, or what could be determined as widowmakers. Thank goodness. Yeah, I've just got out the hammock for a stretch. The muntjac deer are out and about. Can you hear them? Can you hear that? Maybe not. It is in the distance. So the difference between hearing them and foxes, the initial cry is very similar. It's more of a bark, isn't it? The only difference is like the muntjac, it's continual. They continually bark, cry out like that. Whereas a fox will do it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then that'll be it. The muntjac will keep it up for a while. That's been going for a couple of minutes now.
just popped out to have a look round. It's now 10 o'clock and it's snowing. It is snowing. I don't know whether you can tell on there, but it's snowing again. It's coming down, it's quite fine. There's the top. So it's covered. Let's have a look around the other side. It's so hard to see anything. Loving it. Excellent stuff. It's great. Just can't beat it. So I'm going to get back in the hammock now. So it is rather nippy, and get all toasty warm again in the in my sleeping bag. And I wish you all a good night. And the next time you see me, it'll be the morning, and hopefully it's still snowing. Alright then. Night. Good morning. Had a good night's sleep. The wind died off. I'd say it started dying off about 1 o'clock this morning. And after that I could drift off to sleep with no problem at all. As you can hear, it's turned from snow to rain. Absolutely pouring with rain. So I've got to get up and I'll do myself a cup of tea, and then I'll get off, because it's probably about 8:15 now. All's good. Right, let's get that drink on. It's probably about 9:30 now. I've woken up to a lovely misty or foggy woods. I'll have a quick drink, have a cup of tea or whatever, and then I'll set up and get out of here. So I don't want to risk getting caught. It's really peaceful in the night. Heard the odd muntjac deer. That was it really. The first birds I heard this morning were wood pigeons. Right, I'm going to have my drink and get off. Cheers to everybody. At least it's warmed up a bit anyway, that's for sure. Snow's starting to thaw, and getting gradual rain, slight rain. I'll get the hammock down first, and that leaves me with the top shelter, just in case, like, you know, it does absolutely chuck it down.
I'll leave the tarp up till last minute and then take that down last of all. Right, let's finish my cup of tea and I'll get on and we'll get off and get out of here. Hopefully some of the snow drifts on the way in, they've thawed out a bit and melted. Otherwise I'll be trekking through 7 and 8 foot tall snow drifts again. I thoroughly enjoyed this camp, as I do them all. They're all unique in their own one way or another. But I particularly enjoyed this. I think it's because it's getting back in the hammock as well. It's I'm guaranteed like a good night's sleep in the hammock. Whereas like if I'm ground dwelling, I might grab a 2, 3, 4 hours. Here I can get a good night's sleep. I'd have got more sleep last night if it wasn't for the wind, but that eased off throughout the night, so I mustn't grumble. It's been very peaceful. There's been nobody around at all. Hear the squirrels going for it. Critters. Critters of the woods. Squirrels. So I'll finish this cup of tea off and make a move. That's everything packed away. Leave no trace, as always. Completely clear. There. And I do hope you're all well, and you're all very much appreciated. So thumbs up to the subscribers, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this, me on the overnighter. I'm feeling much better now, thank you. So I'll make my way back now. So take care all, see you very soon. Backcountry Woodsman, over and out.